language processing system.
The users of a computer generally write programs in high-level language. A high-level language is a human understandable language which is easier for humans to understand and remember. This is an example of a high-level language. This program is written in C language. But computers does not understand high-level language. Computer understands only machine language, that is, it understands only zeros and ones. Therefore, the high-level language should be converted to machine language. For this purpose, we use translators like compilers, interpreters, etc. The conversion of high-level language to machine language is a complex process. The compilers or interpreters cannot do this task alone. Therefore, the programs written in high-level language is fed into a series of tools and operating system components to get the desired code that can be used by the machine. This is known as language processing system. So, a language processor is a program that takes source program as input and converts it to the corresponding machine code. The figure shows a language processing system. A language processing system consists of preprocessor, compiler, assembler, linker, loader. Now let's see each one of them. First one, preprocessor. The preprocessor takes the source program as input and modifies the source program. The preprocessor produced input to compilers. Now let's see the functions of a preprocessor. First function, file inclusion. The preprocessor may include header files into the program. Suppose in C program we are having a line #include stdio.h. The preprocessor removes this line by including the standard input-output file to our program. Next function is macro expansion. The preprocessor may allow a user to define a macro that has shorthands for longer constructs. Suppose we are having a line #define pi equal to 3.14 in our C program. The preprocessor replaces every occurrence of pi in our program by 3.14. Next is language extension. The preprocessor may attempt to add capabilities to the language by certain amount to built-in macro. Next one is the compiler. The output of the preprocessor, which is a preprocessed code, is then sent to the compiler. The compiler translates this code to assembly language code. Now the question is, why don't we convert this code directly to object program? Because the assembly language code is easier to generate from a high level language. And also this code is easier to debug. So the compiler converts the preprocessed code to assembly code, and also in case of any errors, the compiler displays those error messages also. Next one is assembler. The assembler translates the assembly language program into machine code. The output of assembler is called object file. The object file contains a combination of machine instruction as well as data required to place these instructions in memory. Next one, linker. The linker is a computer program which links and merges various object files in order to make it an executable file. All these files might have been compiled by separate assemblers. The major task of linker is to search and locate reference modules or routines in a program and to determine the memory location where these codes will be loaded, making the program instructions to have an absolute reference. The output of linker is called an executable file. Next is the loader. The loader is a program that places the program into memory and prepares them for execution. The loader calculates the size of the program and creates memory space for it. Hope you have understood the language processing system, which consists of the preprocessor. The preprocessor takes the source code and converts it into preprocessed code, which is taken up by the compiler and converts it into assembly code. The assembly code is converted into relocatable machine code by the assembler. The relocatable machine code is then converted into executable machine code by the loader. Thank you.